Hello, my name is Andrew Rockwell, and this is my Blockmesh level overview. My level takes place between the 8th and 10th centuries in the North Sea, either with the Anglo-Saxons or a Viking faction. It takes place in a small village where the Lord's Hall is under attack by raiders seeking the treasure buried underneath. The player's goal is to reach the back of the hall and retrieve that treasure if possible. Now, my level design has come out quite well overall with the block mesh. Block mesh isn't my greatest skill, but overall, the look of the village actually existing in the space feels like it came across quite well, especially with the depth to it. Everywhere that there is a orange light is meant to represent fire, but due to missing textures, I was unable to implement those fires. The same goes for these red blocks to show areas where flames would be blocking stuff off or be able to damage the player, as this spot right here is meant to prevent the player from going across to the other area, but without the um, flames to cause damage or the health currently implemented, that is not working as of now. Over here, there would be more fire blocking stuff off, as well as fire on those buildings. The light from the hall is meant to draw the player's eye towards here, or using the lighting to draw the player around this way, which we will go first. This path sees the player going up against multiple enemies, who they would have to fight using the main combat mechanic of blocking and attacking. I've given them spears and shields for now until they can be properly animated and given everything as it is, so for now they are static. Over here on this one, you will see one of the three optional objectives, one of which is to get all of the hack silver throughout the level, which is represented by this one having a coin over his head. Kill him and you'll get the hack silver. By killing all of these enemies in this area, you will also complete the second objective, which is to wipe out all the hostile enemies in the level. The third side objective comes from collecting these lore documents, which the player can pick up and read in order to get more information on the lore of who was the lord of this village, who are these people attacking, and all those things to show off the writing skills and world building. By coming over here is where the level would end, but for now we're going to loop back into the hall. Over here you'd see another lore document and more hacks lore for the player to pick up, but we're going to ignore that for now. And we're going to go back to the start of the level in reverse. The reason we're doing this is because you would have to climb up the ladder to get up here regularly, but without that implemented currently, there's no way to actually get up here properly through the level without going from the back. So, over here would be a dead body, another hack silver, a document, and then you would come across this way, and you would jump across over here. You can take a detour, get more of the collectibles, and such. Finally, the third path would see the player coming into the hall from the outside, which I have highlighted by a light here to kind of draw them in. Collect those, and then be met with these collapsed pieces of rubble. They would use their sword to clear through them, avoiding the fire, which would damage them. Come through, collect the hack silver, and carry on through to the end of the level right here. Overall, I'm quite happy with how things came out. The lighting came out far better than I expected, especially within the hall and outside of the hall. It really gives off the vibe of a warm hall with a fire that's also being burnt to the ground. But once the player comes out here and they go to touch the treasure, which is this little mound of dirt with a shovel in it, it will display how many of the lore documents did you get, how much of the hack silver did you get, how many enemies did you kill. And with that, the player would either be able to exit with Alt F4 or restart. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you enjoyed this Blockmesh overview.